This year, for budding writers, we tried something new. In the spirit of a relay, we asked each class to divide into 4 groups, and each group was responsible for one part of the story. The Frye Festival provided the first sentence to start things off. Oh! So this story is from Heather Lewis's class at Beaverbrook School. The next virus. I hurried to grab the radio we used during power outages and turned it on. An automated voice was repeating the same statement over and over. The internet no longer exists. 1 month earlier. "Watch out!" screamed Sage. Ashley was going to get the ball but almost got hit by a texting driver. Ashley angrily turns to the car and yells, "Watch where you're going!" "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay. Just some texting driver." "Hey, Ashley, what time is it?" Ashley checks her phone and says, "My phone's dead. It was fully charged." Sage says, "My phone has been acting strange too. It all started around the time Anna stopped going to school." Sage, a high school dropout, was a very kind person. In fact, Sage and Ashley were Anna's only friends. Ashley Brideau was a 16-year-old sporty girl, and she was with her uncle, Bruce, who was a mysterious 30-year-old. He used to love electronics before the incident. He didn't like social media now because it mentally and emotionally destroyed his sister, who was cyberbullied. He didn't hate electronics themselves. He hated the way people were using them, like being jerks to each other and ignoring people that cared about them. Anna, Bruce's younger sister, was a quiet person, and since she had selective mutism, she loved to paint to express her thoughts and feelings. But now, Anna stayed in her room all day because she lacked the motivation to go to a place where she didn't have any friends. What Ashley didn't know is that it was her uncle who secretly sabotaged her phone. He knew about the viruses these devices had been passing on to people because he created them. He infected her phone by secretly installing an app that Ashley, like most people, thought was really a freebie app used to purchase more junk they don't need from Nukazon. But Bruce was confused because the app was not working like he intended it to. It looked like his app went rogue and was now infecting random phones of strangers. As a well-known technician, he was easily able to trick his customers into getting this app. He knew they would leave their phones with him. They were gullible and hungry for cheaper things. The virus Bruce created was fueled by anger when people were using devices to harm others online, which made the virus stronger. The last emotion felt by the person using the phone is what the virus would feel throughout its devious missions. Meanwhile, at home, Anna was lying on her bed, and then suddenly, her phone vibrated. Google Maps showed the destination of her brother, Bruce, and then showed lots of numbers and codes running across the screen. Then, Anna realized the viruses only started after she stopped going to school. Then she thought, since her brother is a technician, he's the only person in the town capable of passing on such viruses. She then got up from her bed. Suddenly, she heard a knock on the door. It was Sage, her friend. Anna says, "Hi," which blows Sage's mind because they hadn't heard her say a word since the cyberbullying trash talk. "Oh my goodness! Wait, you can talk again?" "Yes, I need to tell you something. Has your phone been glitching lately?" Sage replies, "Yes. How did you know?" "Bruce is the one who caused the glitching," yells Anna in surprise. Sage is confused and says, "Let's go tell Ashley." They go to Ashley's house, where they find both Bruce and Ashley. Ashley's trying to research the problem with Bruce's phone when she discovers an app that looks unusual. She opens the app and suddenly, loud bangs and bright lights fill the town. The virus started exploding the transformers on the pole. A horrid stench, worse than maggot-infested garbage, drove the people inside. Bruce runs away knowing what he did was wrong. But when he opens the door, he sees Anna and Sage. Bruce explains everything and he apologizes, but they don't forgive him and say you have to fix what you did. He says, it's too late. We can't fix the virus. But maybe if we tell everybody to stop using their phones, the virus will die out? I, Ashley, hurried to grab the radio we used during power outages and turned it on. An automated voice was repeating the same statement over and over. The internet no longer exists. 5 years later. People are coping without the internet, and viruses have died. Now, people don't need electronics to live their daily lives. Without the internet, a lot more people are outside, interacting with each other, communicating, actually looking each other in the eyes. With people seeing each other, mental health problems are decreasing and people feel more accomplished, alive, and joyful. The world, overall, is a better place. Bruce, once thirsty for revenge, is now a therapist helping people like Anna to deal with their hard times. Anna, who once lacked the motivation to go to school, now wakes up every morning feeling energized by her job as an art teacher, where she helps little kids to find their voice. Ashley's still at school, but now she's a gym teacher. She helps kids feel confident and healthy, so bullying, like the internet, is now a thing of the past. And Sage plays music at small coffee shops where people, no longer on their phones, go to hang out and socialize. Wherever the light is, there has to be a shadow. Thank you to all the students who sent us their stories. Every creation is available on the Frye Festival's website.